So my advice to an upcoming writer is to limit distraction. So when I write, I don't have my cell phone around me. I don't have TV around me. I don't stream. I limit myself. I limit myself to the outside so that it could be just me and my thoughts. And when it's just me and my thoughts, I can get a whole lot done, basically.
We're just going to move right on to our next guest, Mr. Marc A. Beausejour. Hello, Marc.
Hey, Rhonda. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for joining me once again. You are no stranger to the Horizons Author Lounge.
At all. If I'm not featured, normally I'm in the comment section. Normally I'm supporting. So
you are, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I commend what you do for all of us as authors, giving us a platform to showcase our work and to talk about our books. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you. And congratulations once again for being our third place winner of our first For the Culture Book Award.
The unforgettable moment. And I heard people say that, hey, Marc, this is just the first of many. You're going to get more awards. But you know what they say, you never forget your first. And that was the first book award I've won, is placing in the For the Culture Book Awards. And I'm so appreciative of that. Thank you for all the judges who helped judge all the books, and thank you to those who've read it. And I feel like Fires of Justice took a really big leap in the literary world following that win. So it's a very good platform and a very good place to take the award. So thank you.
And thank you. I'm really happy for you. It got a lot of good feedback. And it just goes to it really shows your growth and your trajectory as an author, because I've watched you. I mean, I've watched you from just when you were commenting in Black Authors Matter TV, as you were watching that, and then being able to watch you as you were writing, and just the you put into your work. I could tell that there are some authors, we see them just as somebody who just does this as a side hustle. They just think they can tell a good story. Actually put a lot of thought and a lot of creativity and a lot of work behind your writing. And I really love that. And you're always wanting to make the next book better than the last book. And
Absolutely.
So I commend you for that.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's a lot of work, so.
It is a lot of work. It really is. And this, I think this Black History Month event will be your fourth?
My fourth, correct, including the virtual one that we did. The virtual one was my first one back in 2020, I believe. 21. That was my first, 21, yes, 21. Yes. So all the years run together. Time's going by so fast. But yeah, 2020 was my first one. And then, of course, I went to the one in 2023. And then I didn't go to 2024. Then I went to, of course, the one last year. So this will be my fourth. Yeah.
Wow. So thank you for coming back. So we're going to have a good time in New Orleans. I'm glad that you're participating this year.
I can't wait. I love New Orleans. I always say it's like a second residence for me, because I was going to New Orleans to participate in the Black Writers Workspace that's presided by Michelle.
You did the Black Ink.
Black Ink. I'm sorry. The Black Ink Book Festival. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Right. I participated 2 years in a row there. So I've been in New Orleans before, and I love the city. I love the vibes. I love how live it is, and then the food. That's
you can't
beat the food over there. No, not at all. Not at all. So I can't wait to go back and hopefully be able to introduce more of the audience there to the Black Cyrano series novels, so I'm excited about that.
Well, now, what is your latest book right now?
So my most recent book is the last book in the Black Cyrano series, which is Divine Vengeance. So basically, in a nutshell, so my whole series, the Black Cyrano series, started out with my first book, which was The Preacher's Web, which I saw that it was one of your books that you wanted to read throughout the year. I saw the graphic for all the books that you And I was blessed to see my book among that. But it's a story about a pastor who was called upon to testify against a young man who was wrongly accused of murder in an inner city in Queens, New York. And he knows that the young man is innocent. So basically, he puts his reputation as a spiritual leader on the line, even though he's dealing with a lot of drama that's going on in his church, from his daughter dealing with a young, basically a young basketball player who found out he was just adopted, to an old friend coming back seeking vengeance for a girl that him and the pastor once had ties to back in the day. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the Preacher's Web. So from the Preacher's Web, it sort of developed into the other books that presided in the Black Cyrano series, A Diaz Ballad, my award-winning book, Fires of Justice, and then, of course, Split Decision 1 and 2, and then Street Retribution. Mm-hmm. And Divine Vengeance finally ends the whole series. So this is the most latest book right now. And it's actually about one of the gang members who actually becomes a lawyer, and then he helped place the gang leader that he used to serve under behind bars. But years later, the gang leader escapes from prison and now has kidnapped one of his family members. So now the lawyer is put on the offensive, and he's basically taking no stops of trying to get his family member out of hostage, basically. And then basically it's also a redemption story about one of the younger gang members who was initiated. His name is Chris Anderson, who happens to be the son of David Anderson. And he's struggling to live a normal life, basically, getting a job, staying out the streets. So that's what Divine Vengeance is about. And so I've been trying to get this book off the ground, and basically been trying to sell it. But I think all the books in the Black Cyrano series are must reads. Honestly, I've gotten positive, great reviews, especially on Fires of Justice, like you said, which won the third place in the For the Culture Book Awards. But the whole series is an award-winning series. Just this past September, I took home 2 times the She Publishing Triple Threat Award. So
I saw that. That was Black awesome.
Yeah, so now I could say that I have an award-winning series now. So I've been focusing last year on basically selling the series, and I'm not done yet. So I'm currently working on another book right now. I'm writing my next book, which I'm already over halfway, and I'm hoping to get the book released by this fall.
So you just have not let any grass grow under your feet.
No, I've been staying pretty busy. Last year was more so sort of like a marketing and award-winning, award-getting year. So it was basically a busy year. So I kind of took a little time off the book, which I normally don't do. I normally try to get a book out a year. That's been my normal mantra, is to get a book out a year, because between the publishing and the editing and the printing process, it does take a while. So I've been trying to balance a regular day job and then balance my responsibilities at church as a sound technician, and then also all my responsibilities at home with writing. And I've been doing a pretty good job of it. I've been my goal is to try to get a chapter a week done. And I picked it back up, especially since getting a new laptop. You peep the nice screen now, no more fuzz. Everything is all clear now. So,
well, you beat me. I still need a new laptop.
Well, I got shout out to my family for that, definitely. So they helped me out with that. And because of that, I'm able to continue writing. I actually got finished off another chapter of my new book that I'm working on this morning. So I got finished with another chapter. So I'm moving right along. So I'm very happy.
So what is your advice to people? Because there are some people out there who will say, I just don't have time to write. I can't find the time to do it. I have a job. I have responsibilities. I have this. I have that. I don't have time to write. But you have a day job. You are writing. You have books that you're still trying to promote. You're doing a lot of things, but you're still finding time to still crank out the book. So what is your advice to somebody who's still trying to make things happen, but they just can't find the time to do it?
So my main advice is to try to limit distraction as much as possible. So normally what I do on the days that I write, I see Shanita saying we don't understand how Marc is writing all these books. Sometimes I don't understand myself, but so normally what helps me is basically I wake up like at 5 in the morning or sometimes 4 in the morning. And the reason why I do this is because everybody is still asleep.
Yes.
So everybody's still asleep. So I normally put that hustle on myself when I wake up in the morning and say, okay, nobody's awake. So this is extra time for me to go ahead and grind, go ahead and see if I can get another chapter in. And I've become so far advanced in my writing. In the past, I used to have to, like summarize my books or kind of write little like what I want the next chapter to be. So I sort of have had to do that. But now I could already kind of forecast what the next chapter is going to be up here. So I don't have to write anything or pre-write it. I could just go to my laptop and just pen the next chapter just like that, because the characters are speaking to me. The event is unfolding. So the book is unfolding for me. So my advice to an upcoming writer is to limit distraction. So when I write, I don't have my cell phone around me. I don't have TV around me. I don't stream. I limit myself. I limit myself to the outside so that it could be just me and my thoughts. And when it's just me and my thoughts, I can get a whole lot done, basically. So now, everybody has different ways they can do it. Not everybody can keep that same discipline. Sometimes people have different vices or need different things to help them write. But for me, my method's been pretty consistent, and then it's helped because that's how I've been able to crank out these books, because I've been able to sort of limit distraction. Now, if I want to take a rest from writing a chapter, sometimes when I'm a few pages in, I rest for a little bit and I go right back to it, because if to kind of get into distraction will kind of sway you from writing. So that's sort of like what I've been working at. So really it's limit distraction, and then also find out who you're writing for, like what your target audience is. Find out your reason of why you're writing. So when you determine those things, it'll make it much easier, and it'll give you a defined purpose of what you're writing about.